Alright, it's range day, and today we are at the range with a Remington 7400 in .280 caliber. Now this one is probably from the early 90s. As you can see, it does have a really nice stock on it. Model 7400. Everything on this thing is exceptionally shaped. There's really no marks on it. It's been stored in a safe for quite a number of years. It's a 4+1. Now we do have just a cheap kind of a Bushnell 4x12 scope on it, and we're going to see how well that does today. So what we're loading up is, let me crank this down a little bit so you can see. We're going to be shooting 140 grain power points. I don't know if you can see that or not. So we've got 4 loaded up in the gun. We're going to go ahead and get it up and running here, and then after we shoot it, we'll talk a little more about it. Let me get it. Alright, let me get it on safety here. And anyway, they were really nice guns. A lot of them was made in 30-06 and 270. You can see it's got really nice checkering on it. They come with iron sights. The back is checkering. Nice wood. They're just an all-around good gun. Like I said, most was made in 30-06 and 270. They did make some in 308, 243, and then the little harder to find is the 280 here, and then the really hard to find is 6mm. So what we're going to do is we're set up at 100 yards, and we're going to pull a few shots off here, 4 to be exact, and I want to see if I can hit anything up there. The gun's not sighted in, at least not by me, so I don't know if I can hit anything or not. We had a failure to feed there. I can tell you right now, I'm not impressed with that grouping. So I don't know if it's the gun or if it's that cheap scope. So I do have 2 more here I'd like to try. And I want to see if they're any better. They're a little different, and I think they're a little different grain weight here. Alright, let me get my ears back in. So I could see the first 4 were to the right. Not a good grouping pattern either. So let's see what this one does. Alright, well, what do you say we go see what we did? at 100 yards. It is a windy day today. I don't know if that's going to affect me a lot. And it is cold out. You hear me? I'm trying to find excuses here on why I'm shooting bad, but I don't know. Like I said, first time I've shot the gun. Could be the scope, could be the ammo, could just be the gun. All right, and it could be me. I don't know. I'll take a little bit of it. Let's see what we did at 100 yards. You can probably hear that wind in the microphone. I mean, if you look down at the grass, you can see the grass moving. It's pretty windy. It's probably blowing about 20 miles an hour. And here's the signs. I mean, you can see the bottles right there. I mean, you know. All right, so let's see what we did. All right, so at 100 yards, well, they're all on the paper. So we did 4 and then 2, so we got 6. The first 4 was these right here. So like I said, I told you they were all way to the right. And then we did 2 here, which is not too bad. I need to look and see if all those were Winchester or just the last 2. I think it was a mixed box. So we're going to check the brass and see if there was Remington or if they were Winchester. And I will also tell you that the shells are pretty old. The guy, when he loaned me the gun, he gave me an old box of shells to go with it. Said it's been in his gun safe for a long time, so I know the gun has, but I don't know about the shells. I mean, he could have had them, you know, up in the attic for all I know. So now that we know it shoots, it cycles, it does pretty decent. You know, we're not going to get pinpoint accuracy out of a semi-auto, not like a bolt action. But I am curious to see. All right, so the last 2 I shot was silver casing. The first 4 was brass. So let's see what we got here. I'm gonna lay that down. All right, so the brass casings. All right, those are R&P. Those are Remingtons. So there's a couple of them loaded. So the Remington was a brass case, and the last 2 I shot was silver. So let's see if we can find the silver ones. All right, they're right here on the ground. Oh, let's see what they are. They're Winchester. Okay, so I guess it suits, the Remington shoots Winchester better than it does the Remington. But we will pick up a fresh box. I'm going to change the scope out. I don't really care for the scope. I'll put a better scope on it, and we get a chance, we'll come back out. So anyway, Remington 74 in semi-auto, nice checkered stock. I mean, you can see, I mean, I don't know if you can see that or not, but I mean, you know, the bluing and everything on it is still, I mean, you know, 95%. The only place it's got any is on the little cap here. It's got some chipping on it, and it's got one little ding right here. Other than that, I mean, it's in really good shape for its age. Okay, Remington 7400 in 280 Remington caliber, 22-inch barrel, iron sights. Just a nice old gun, and a really good caliber. In case you don't know what a 280 Remington is, what they did is they took a 30-06 shell and they necked it down to a 284 bullet, which is a 7mm mag bullet. It gives you the power with well, it gives you a lot of power. I shouldn't say a lot. It gives you good power for that bullet, and that bullet's pretty streamlined, but you don't have the recoil that you do with the 7mm mag. All right, that's it for today.